Hey guys, HotRod08 here, and welcome to my very first support fan game review video, where every single week I'm going to be reviewing one of your guys' games that you sent in to me, going over the mistakes as well as the good things you've done in the game, and try to teach you guys exactly what you can do in order to improve your games. Now, if you are interested in submitting one of your own games for a future Monday video, click the link in the top right corner of this video, and it'll send you to the tutorial on exactly how to send me a game, as well as some of the details associated with it. Now, the person that we are reviewing today is a Gold II support player. He doesn't want his name to be revealed, so we're going to keep it hidden. But he played the game as Nami, so let's get into his game, see exactly how well he did. Alright, so we are into our game for today now. As said, our support player we're going to be following is this Nami, so let's see exactly who it is on each team. So we've got, at least for the bot lane, we've got Nami and Draven versus our Israel and Pike. Now, initial thoughts on this, it should go pretty well for the Draven Nami lane. I can't imagine them having too much of an issue going against that. Israel can poke from quite a distance, get them low on health, but he has to hit a lot of skill shots to be able to get through Draven, which is going to be able to put out a lot of damage early. And as for their support, Pike, he's going to have to figure out a way to all in the Nami and the Draven just to be able to win that lane. But again, Draven puts out more damage than Israel, and Nami can put out a pretty good amount of damage compared to Pike as well. So it's going to be a hard laning phase for them. It should be pretty good for the Nami and the Draven, as long as they don't do anything crazy and don't just way overextend themselves. Now, we can see clearly that the Pike and Israel right there, but you should just make sure that no one's going to be there, at least move around a little bit to try to dodge any skill shots that might come at you or put a ward down. And he is being way over-aggressive. Yeah, he's most likely dead, aren't you? Yep. Now, you're getting pretty low. Are you going to be able to save him? Yep. The heal's going to be able to get. So both sides put down the heal. So that was more Pike just being really stupid. I will say I noticed that Nami, while he was circling around, she should have been auto-attacking. Trying to move and auto-attack at the same time. But overall, you know, it worked out pretty well. It's not like Nami messed up very much by any means there. So I would say you really should be autoing these minions, though. Try to be pushing the lane faster, so it'll crash into the tower and you can either back or try to deny some minions as opposed to just holding it off for so long. With Draven getting a kill, I would assume that he would want back at some point. And this Pike definitely needs to learn how to hit his abilities. But overall, it's not going too bad. I'm not sure. And you can see that the... I'm not sure if you're able to see that the Evelyn was topside or not. So, I've noticed you haven't warded yet. You do have this ward up there, though, so you should be overall fine. Later on in the game, you're just going to have to make sure this Twisted Fate can't do anything towards you, but he's level 4, so that's not too much of a worry. I still would say at this point that one of you should be warding your lane, just because you're constantly pushing, and I'm pretty sure at this point you're kind of lost as to where the Evelyn is. I could be wrong. There you go, you finally ward. Wow, he held off way too long again. Ooh, nice bubble. you had your W down most likely. But at this point, you've definitely got the kill potential, and the domination. So you'll definitely want to be looking at trying to kill him. I feel like if you could, do you have your flash up? Yeah, you've got your flash up. You have exhaust too. I feel like a simple flash W auto would most likely kill that Israel. So I would be thinking of that if I were you. You still don't know that Israel or that Evelyn is close, so just be watching out for that. But you do have recorded enough that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's gonna hurt. Okay. So you're able to get through that. It's let's see, is anything else gonna happen? Oh, nice bounce. That was a good bounce. You don't have enough mana to really do anything either. Is anyone paying attention yet? Ooh, nice bubble. That's gonna save you. So you're doing a pretty good job getting yourself. Aw, you should have autoed. I guess the Talon does have the ability to get around pretty well. I don't know if I would have personally risked it at that point, but good job for giving it over. You can't really blame the support for not giving it over. It just absolutely tilts me when a kill would get away, but it didn't for you, so that's good. So I'm not sure what item you're deciding to build into first. It's good you got your Frost Fang. You also have a control ward, so that works too. I'm surprised you're going to Boots of Speed first, though, as opposed to... I don't know why that's turning up. I would feel like if you're going a mana item next, we'll see what you decide to build this game. But a couple of the fairy charms, I would assume, would be what I would go against the versus the Boots of Speed. Since they haven't been so aggressive and this pike isn't the best, I don't think that the Boots of Speed are necessary this early when you could have that extra mana regen. But it's not the worst decision in this world. You're starting to be a little bit more aggressive. You probably could have continued to kill on that, but I completely understand just because you didn't know where the Twisted Fate was going. So you're going to want to try to get that Israel. Very nice bubble. Ooh, you missed that auto attack there. That's not good. Okay, you got the kill. You're going to be able to get out of it. No, he was just able to ghost over the minions. That's unfortunate. I saw you accidentally miss an auto there, which might have given you just a little bit more time in order to be able to run away. Possibly not, though, just because he was able to get through those minions. It sucks it went 2 for 1, but the good thing is the Pike ended up getting the kills and not the Israel, and Draven's pretty far ahead, too. There you go. You got your 2 fairy charms. Now, that's when you went, so... You are going for maybe Athene's. We'll see. Maybe it'll just go for the enchanter. I'm totally forgetting what's called at the moment. The other one that takes 2 fairy charms. Anyways. So it looks like they want to dive. Yeah. I do enjoy your bubbles. You're doing a pretty good job getting those bubbles off. So. Kudos to you for getting that. When I play Nami, I'm not the best with the bubbles, so I'm glad you're hitting a lot of them. That's positive. You weren't patient enough. That's worth it for you guys. Now, with this being the first turret going down, since Draven isn't doing too bad, you should have backed off to give him that solo tower gold. It's not the worst thing in the world that he doesn't get it, but when my AD carry is doing at least as decent as he is, and especially with a snowball champion like Draven, he needs all the gold he can get. So I would have personally backed off if I were you, but not the worst sin in the world. Ooh, you barely hit that tornado. Another good bubble. That will work. Okay, so you can't tell that she's behind you. So you're escorting him out. You're running pretty low on mana at the moment too. I just thought you might also be going tier. Well, you're able to get out there. There's not really that much you can do when you don't have that much mana. I forgot about on Nami. I hope you are thinking about the going for a tier. Though I personally feel like tier is really, really good on Nami just because of how much spam you're able to. You did go the Forbidden Idol. That was the name I was forgetting. If I were you, I would think about, especially when you're ahead and you've got just a little bit of gold, and you're spamming a lot, your abilities, I would think about going that tier of the goddess, because you can just spam so many abilities with Nami when you go it. Very nice bubble. Yet again, you're able to get that with the ball. There we go. I see you got your wave up. I'm surprised you haven't used it yet. So you backed off. But I see that you had your tidal wave up. So I'm surprised that you didn't use it a different way. Another thing I'm surprised on, when I play Nami, I feel like it's a lot more common to go your W max, and it looks like you're going your E max, your tight colors. So when you go E, you'll get the extra slow, and obviously it'll give you more damage, but I'm surprised for the sustain and such that you're not going the W first. I'm not sure if it's just a per game basis or if you always go the E first, but I would personally suggest going W. But I don't play a crap ton of Nami. I play a decent amount, so I might be off something, but I would assume that the W would be better maxed overall. Now, yeah, your team kind of got sandwiched there. They're not going to go through. They're going to be able to get that. That was unfortunate. So, I told you how tier would be something that I would suggest. If you're going the E max first, though, then I understand why you're not going tier, as you don't need that much extra mana if you're not just spamming your W's for the heal. But that's why when I play Nami, I like going the tier first, and then I always usually max my W. And then as you get into that early mid-game, you're able to just keep spamming your W, get those heals off continually, which is really nice to be able to sustain your team. So, okay. Barely able to get out of that. You guys are dodging a good amount of abilities, so that's good. I'm still not the best with these controls, but I would like to see how long it is going to be until these next objectives gets up. that's good for him to get the kill. I don't know what she was doing on her own. So if I were you, yeah, I guess going down to try to help with kills isn't the worst thing in the world. You're giving yourself that E slow. It seems to be you're very, you don't like using your tile wave as often as I think you should. That got him at least. You'll have your E to slow him down. There we go. I feel like you could have killed him a lot earlier, though, if you would have used that tidal wave earlier. So, being a little more open to using your ultimate more often, trying to find better times to use your opportunistic. Use as much as you can. Also, you have a ward here. Before you backed, I would suggest trying to put it at least somewhere around this area. Either you could put it right here, you could put it, you've already got one there, so probably about right there would be a good place to ward, since you had that extra and you're around there anyways. So looks like you're going to be going to Ardent first, which isn't the worst thing in the world. You got Volibear, which autos, you got Kindred, Talon, actually, honestly, all four of them are pretty auto-based, so it's not too bad. It looks like you wait around for that Ardent to come up, so you'll be joining the fight soon enough. He's got to, you know, considering how bad I've said this Pike is, he's doing pretty well in terms of kills. Very good. With him starting to fall, once he got the kill, you should have backed off. You backed off enough, you didn't take that much damage, but they've got a decent amount of CC that you just want to make sure you're not going to get hit. If I were you, you're playing just a little bit too far forward, right about there, because they had the card stun and the hook from Pike as well as her charm, and you're, for like at least 5 seconds, you're the only one at that tower, so I will have backed off a little bit because there's not much you could do by yourself. Nice. I'm actually fine with you using that tile wave like that, just because you cut off his exit going that way and he was forced to go. So that was a good zoning ult, even if it didn't hit anything. Ooh. Nice bubble. You're pretty on point with the bubbles, I'll give you that. Ooh. And so close. You tried to leave that just a little bit too early, but very close. Yeah, and you could already see your mistake just leaving a tiny bit earlier than you needed to there, but I can't lie if I say I haven't made that mistake too. It's kind of like a Vigar trap where you feel enclosed and you want to run, but you shouldn't. So, I say you upgrade your Eye of the Watchers next, which I really don't think it's worth upgrading this early in the game, just for the extra ward. I think you really should be trying to go for a second core item on Nami, so I would skip out the Eye of the Watchers until, like, your, at the very, very least, your second main item is complete, not just your first. And even then, I usually complete like 3 items before even upgrading it. So, I would say it's a little early for you to be buying it. I would buy it just a little later. Okay, so we got Infernal up and right now. I could have looked at those icons earlier. Well, that's easy. Okay, so it's warded up pretty well. Now, if you could get your teammates to get towards it, that'd be good, though, because you've got Kindred over here. Volibear is fine top, though. Kindred really needs to be going down, though. You have to make sure you don't leave your Draven. Wow, that Talon just obliterates people. So I'm watching. I was gonna say, as long as they're not getting engaged on, I would try to start warding more up in this lane. But they're being pretty aggressive. You stay with them. If you have another ward, right there would be good. There we go. Good zoning. Good zoning. Wave. That was good use of it. Alright, so at this point I'd be running. I will have ran. Yeah, you're right. At least you missed that. You got him less goal missing that. But if I were you, I would have ran away from that fight about 2-3 seconds earlier than you did. Trying to judge when a fight is going to be leaving you winning or not is one of the most important things, especially when you're squishy like Nami is. You need to make sure you're running from fights before you die unnecessarily, because I'm pretty sure you could have left that just a little earlier than you did and would have been able to survive. So I can't tell exactly what you're going next. Could be my guess is Redemption. We'll see. I don't really want to make any comments on it just yet, but from Ruby Crystal and Fairy Charm, I'm assuming it's the Redemption, but we'll see. We'll see if I could switch the... Yeah. Get stunned. I would probably use your Tile Wave. Yeah. I would use it just a little earlier just to make sure that he would have not got hit. He didn't die, but he was pretty close to dying. Got a lot of... Wow. That Pike could have killed a lot of you if he would have that second one. Are you going to be able to escape? Ooh, nice dodge. Very nice dodge. Ooh, are you going to be able to get that? Ooh. Ah, he went over. That was a good try, though. So we'll see if he's going to be able to get out of here. Also, I'm curious, as I said before, what you are going to be building that into. Yep, you're going for that Redemption. Alright, well, you're able to get that. That's good. So, honestly, if I were you, with Redemption being, like, pretty heavily nerfed, I wouldn't be buying Redemption anymore, especially since it's more pick-oriented. Within this meta, it's less team fights than it has been in the past. If I were you, after that Ardent Censor, if you wanted to go at first, I would be really thinking about going that on Athene's Unholy Grail. I think that would be the correct move for you. You get a lot of extra healing off of it. You still get some nice mana regen. It still works well enough with the other healing items that you do, even if it doesn't have the actual heal and shield power. So I don't buy Redemption very often, and I don't think this is a game you need, so I would go with Athene's. Now this seems to be really risky though. You guys need to back off at this point. If you can keep that Draven alive, yep, that's your main goal, making sure that he's not going to be dying. Honestly, if I were you, I will just skip that ward since you guys are still team fighting. We'll gone by without worrying about that, but it hasn't caused any issues yet. So you've got her behind. You don't exactly know that, but I like that you're still hanging around Draven. You're keeping him alive, and that's your goal. Now she revealed herself. Yep, she went too early. Very nice ult on Kindred's part. So they've only got 2 people alive. Yeah, it's fine to ward that out. So this would be a good point. This would be a time where I would say this tier and having that max W first would be really good. You only have at 3, and when they're that low on health, when you have that tier and that max W first, you're really able to sustain your team enough. They'd be pretty high up in order to possibly look at that afterwards. They weren't able to. I don't like. It's risky. It depends on if they see that you're going to be doing this or not. If they come, you guys need to back off immediately. Yep, back. You guys just need to back off. I don't like you guys staying around. No. That Pike's just destroying everybody. So Kendrick got it, but you are the only one alive. Yeah, they that was not a good call. Now, when your team is making bad calls like that, you need to yourself realize when a call is bad or not, and get your team to go away. I didn't see any like go away pings or anything, so you weren't pinging or no one else was pinging that was a bad call, because I could see ahead of time myself that Baron call wasn't going to be good just because you guys were so low. You just came from a fight. So if you see a bad call, be more assertive that it's a bad call, because while you guys are still doing pretty decent, and you yourself have Baron, losing a couple turrets and an inhibitor is not going to help you a lot. Now, I see someone pinged that they're going to go over there, so we'll see how well you guys do. If I were you, I would have followed your team. You needed a path around, just in case someone was right there and you got destroyed. You're staying a little... I feel like you're a little bit too far back in that fight. And that redemption, since you do have it, should have been used a little earlier. But it's working out. There you go. Oh, geez. Nice panic kill on him. Good job. It's not like you get... Yeah. That is definitely... There should be one person that backs. If you're a shot caller like you need to be, I would say the Volibear needs to go back and you two keep going. Yep, there he is. It's a little late for him. But that should have been the call just a little bit ago. Now, she's coming back in 2 seconds. Pike is alive. And your Baron's still up, so it's okay to stay around just a tiny bit longer. Take that. Okay, I would back if I were you. You get it. But you get deleted. And they're gonna get deleted too. Yep. As soon as you took that tower, you guys should back, because this is not working out for you. And losing, like, if you would have just lost 1 kill, 1 death, it might have been worth it. I don't know. Like, 3 deaths for an inhibitor, I guess it's technically okay, I guess. And the only reason it's kind of is because they have no objectives up. They can push out lanes, but they're not going to really get anything off of it. Nevertheless, you could have, as a team, gone back to that and not... That was just too risky. and you could have got that inhibitor within a minute or two. So you guys overstayed how long you were at that objective. Now you still don't have any objectives up for a few, so you just need to kind of push wave, and you're helping a little bit. Fed people on your team, your Draven's doing really well as Talon. So if Talon's this far forward, I would be kind of hanging out with him a little bit too, just because he knows what he's doing. You know that he's doing well, so I would stay kind of close to the Talon if he's going up there and you don't need to be anywhere else. And then obviously this Draven has proven himself to be really good at this as well. He's proven that he's doing a good job as playing Draven. So obviously keeping him alive is a good idea too. Keep those two people alive and you'll win the game very easily. Now this is where I'm looking at where you could possibly send a tornado or a wave their way. Now as soon as he flipped over, you should send that wave over. Not now. It should have been a little bit earlier. This redemption works. I still would have used it a little bit earlier than you did. But your team is so far ahead that they're just raffle stomping them. You're going to get that. Now instead of hitting turrets, since they're still fighting and taking aggro, I'd still be following your carries around like now you're doing. Another almost pentakill. He's not going to give it. Oh, that sucks. So, overall, pretty good game for you. There were obviously some mistakes, but it wasn't too many, and it wasn't like blatantly like you're just absolutely screwing your team over by not doing them. If I were you, I would use your ultimate at more often. Try to find different opportunities to use it to where you can catch people off, or use it earlier. If you're really going to build redemption, use it earlier too. I would say that Athene's would be a better item to go than the redemption, just because of how many nerfs has gotten, and you should get more worth out of that Athene's as opposed to the redemption. Don't buy the Eye of the Watchers so early. You don't need it right after you build your Ardent. It doesn't really add too many great extra stats, whereas you could have completed your redemption or your Ardent or your Athene's earlier. Around that, your positioning was pretty good that game. You didn't die too many times. You have a KDA over 5, so that's pretty good. You're keeping your carries alive. You're following them relatively. You're warding out pretty good position, except that one position over here when you're about to back. You could have placed the ward there. Around that, hopefully you've learned something in this game. As I said, if any of you guys want to have your own games reviewed, hit that link in the description to see how you can send in your reviews as well and get some tips on how to get better at the game yourself. But around that, thanks for watching this video, guys, and you guys have a great day today. Thanks much. Bye.